Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. Today we will cover about topic 8. This topic is about achieving operational excellence and customer intimacy, enterprise applications. Okay, so we look the learning objective. So we have 4 learning objectives. First, how do enterprise systems help business achieve operational excellence? Second, how do supply chain management systems coordinate planning, production, and logistics with suppliers? Third, how do customer relationship management systems help firms achieve customer intimacy? And the last one, what are the challenges posed by enterprise applications, and how are enterprise applications taking advantage of new technologies? So first, we look about the enterprise systems. So the enterprise system is known as Enterprise Resource Planning, ERP system. Okay, so it is a suite of integrated software modules and a common central database. So everything they put in one place. So in other words, we call it as a one-stop center. So they will have the integrated software modules, means they will come out with their own software. For example, for the finance and accounting, they have their own software, do their own system for payroll. For human resource, they have their own system for for the vacancies. Okay, so we have this is what we call as enterprise system, and it will collect data from many divisions of firms for use in nearly all of firms' internal business activities. So they will collect all the information in the 4 main departments in organization. So we have the sales, marketing, finance, accounting, human resource, and manufacturing production. So they come up with one system that will cover the main department. So they put in one place. So we call it as a centralized database. So you can view in this department. So what the system will cover. For example, like sales marketing. So they can make an order. They can have the sales forecast, the return request, and also the price changes. Alright, so this is about business with enterprise systems. So this is the customer. So customer will relate with the sales. Okay, sales. So all the sales, inventory, factory production, finance, HR, suppliers, and production planning. Okay, they put in one place. So for the sales, they will refer from ERP system. For the inventory, for the finance, they will refer in one at the same database, the same system. So the system quite big. That's why we call it as an enterprise system. So they will cover in one organization. So this is what we call as an enterprise system. So in the enterprise system, they have the enterprise software. So built around thousands of predefined business process that reflect best practice. So for example, here, like I said before, finance accounting. So they will have the tax accounting, the human resource. They have their own payroll system. For the manufacturing production, they have their shipping, and also sales and marketing, they have their billing. So, for example, like our telco company, so we have Maxis, we have Celcom, we have Telecom. So they have their billing system. So if we see the billing system for these 3 telco, for example, so it is still a bill, but how they design, how they calculate, how the layout will be different, but the idea is there, right? So this is so for example, like Celcom billing system might be different from Maxis billing system. Okay, so this is so the idea is, we know, okay, for the payroll, we know that payroll, the gaji kasar will plus with all the allowance, will deduct the EPF, will deduct with the SOCSO. So this is basically this is the idea. All right. So how they want to integrate, or how they want to deliver into the system, so it's up to the organization. Okay, so to implement, so firms will select the functions of system they wish to use and do the mapping. Okay, they mapping the business process to software process and use software configuration tables for customizing. So they will customize their own system. So kita kat sini you tengok we have the enterprise software integration. So they can use many types of database software, many applications that will support their enterprise system. So what are the business value when you have the enterprise system? First, will increase the operational efficiency, so it become faster. Second, provide firm-wide information to support decision making. So if you want to make a decision, so it become wider. So we don't have to wait for maybe our top management. So we have the top management like for maybe 3 people, so the 3 people must be there. So it can, it become, because we use the system, so we can make decision more faster compared to before. And then number 3, enable rapid responses to customer requests for information or product. If your customer needs something, so you can entertain them faster than before. Faster than before. Alright. And then include analytical tools to evaluate overall organizational performance. So you can have you can analyze all the data, whether the data can we evaluate either our performance is better or we need to improve our organization performance. Alright. Next, we move to supply chain management system. Next, we look about supply chain management systems, or SCM. So what is SCM? So these are the definition. The network of organizations and processes for procuring materials, transform them into products and distribute the products. Or in other words, we call it SCM system is for supplier. When your organization is deal with supplier, so you involve with the ECM system. So in ACM system, right, so they have the upstream and downstream supply chain. So what we meant by upstream, what we meant by downstream. Upstream, it involved with the firm supplier, supplier, processes for managing relationships with them. For example, like you want to you want to produce a car. You want to produce a car. And in your car, you have the radio, you have the tire, you have the screw, you have the engine. So the tire, you have from another supplier. The engine from another supplier. So because you cannot provide them, right? So you want to build a car. Your car is your own brand, but not with the other part that will support to produce a car. Alright, so this is what we call as upstream. And then we have the downstream. Organizations and processes responsible for delivering products to customer. So this is about when you want to deliver to your customer. How you want to deliver. For example, like you have a milk, susu. So how you want to deliver to your customer? Either you post, either you put in the mall, either you put in the shop, either you want to sell in any kedai runcit. So this is what we call as the downstream. So upstream is between the supplier. Downstream is between you and the customer, the supplier and customer. ACM, why you must have the ACM? So we have to look about this one. In ACM, so in efficiencies cut into a company's operating cost. Why you must have the ACM? Because we cannot cut the operating cost. Because if you want to produce a car, you must have a tire, you must have an engine to support, to make sure the car can operate. So this is what we call why you must have the ECM, because you will deal with another company. And then this is a just-in-time strategy. So you must have the just-in-time strategy. What we meant by just-in-time, so for example, you have one product, for example, shoes, a Nike shoe. So you want to make sure that who are the the organization will involve with your product. Okay, so you must have the strategy. So just in time ni selalunya it involve with the what will happen if you, for example, you want to come up with a new product. What will happen if the product doesn't have enough resources, right? So you must have many supplier at one time. So bila kita ada kata just in time strategy ni, so maksudnya kita tahu, kalau tak cukup je bahan kat sini, kita boleh minta kat tempat lain. And then you must have the safety stock. Safety stock, if you kena tahu, tapi kita jangan menyebabkan kita punya stok macam berlebihan, itu bahaya. Safety stock so means that if the demand is higher, so kita ada safety stock dekat situ. And then it is the bullwhip effect. So what we meant by the bullwhip effect? Bullwhip effect, it is a demand forecast if the stock is not enough. So maksudnya you kena berdasarkan demand. Berdasarkan demand. Itu yang kita masukkan untuk supply. Maknanya supply chain management ni, maksudnya kita kena bersedia jika barang kita tak cukup. So supplier kita kena pastikan, kita kena tengok based on demand. Alright. So this is about supply chain management. You tengok kat sini kita ada physical goods flow, information flow, and also the fund flow. So it will involve, ini melibatkan goods, ini melibatkan information. So macam mana communication tu berlaku, ini melibatkan duit lah. So in the ACM, so they have push based model dan juga pull based model. Tapi sebelum bila kita tengok push based dengan pull based ni, apa maksudnya? Push based is built to stock. Earlier ACM system dia memang mengamalkan push based model, schedule based on forecast. So kita based on macam rasa. Contohnya lah kuih raya. Kuih raya. So I rasa my kuih raya will laku. Contoh. So I just guess. I just based on my our previous demand. So itu bahayalah juga kan. Then kita ada pull based. Pull based is based on kita buat benda tu based on order. Contohnya you nak keluarkan kereta, you bagi orang test drive. So kalau dia suka, baru dia akan booking. You tak ada macam kata kita keluar je 10,000 unit. No, dia akan based on booking. Push base, kita keluar je 10,000 unit. Pull base, kita based on booking. Macam contohnya pre-order lah, senang. Pull base ni macam pre-order. So dia lebih kepada web base dan juga customer orders, purchase trigger events in supply chain. So this is push base. Kita tengok push base. So manufacturer akan bagi tahu supplier based on the forecast. Production based on forecast. Lepas tu dia akan bagi pada distributor, bagi pada retailer, bagi pada customer. Lepas tu customer akan tengok dekat shelf lah. So kalau banyak-banyak lah, kalau sikit-sikit lah. Tapi kalau pull base, customer akan order pada retailer. Retailer akan tengok stock. Dia akan check dengan distributor. Distributor ni akan check dengan warehouse. And then dia akan check dengan manufacturer, produce to order, and then manufacturer will talk to supplier. This is about to supply to order. So you nampak tak dekat situ dia punya ni. Kena ingat juga dia punya susun atur benda-benda ni. Mana anak panah tu pergi. Next we have internet driven supply chain. Complex network of suppliers can adjust immediately because we based on internet driven. So this is the ACM software. It will classify the software to help business plan their supply chain planning, or software to help them execute the supply chain steps. So kita panggil sebagai supply chain execution. So kita tengok, this is supply chain planning. This is supply chain execution. So supply chain planning based on model existing supply chain. Enable the demand planning, optimize the sourcing, manufacturing plans, establish the inventory level, and identify the transportation mode. So dia based on demand. So kita plan benda tu. Tapi dari segi execution, macam mana kita nak execute kita punya step, kita manage kita punya flow of products through distribution center and warehouse to ensure that products are delivered to the right locations in the most efficient manner. This is about global supply chain issues. I will continue this in the next video.